On this third, this trilogy, the third of a trilogy of little mini teaching videos, I want to look at the phrase spiritual pilgrim. And I think it needs a little unpacking. Though words always fall short of the experience, words are important. They are vehicles that carry the freight of our understanding and help us discover new territory. Now, here's an attempt to just unravel, deconstruct the word spirituality. Here's the definition, again, posted underneath this video. Spirituality is the ongoing, transformative experience of intentional, conscious engagement with what the spiritual pilgrim perceives as the presence of divinity. I'm going to repeat that, and then we're going to unpack each word. Spirituality is the ongoing, transformative experience of intentional, conscious engagement with what the sojourner perceives as the presence of divinity. So this journey that we're on is one that is rooted in what I believe it was Alex Huxley first named the perennial tradition, which can be thought of as a path that runs through all of the world's living religion and lies often latent and hidden deep in the human psyche. This path, like a thread, creates a beautiful, albeit unfinished tapestry, bringing living color into our lives. So there are three basic understandings. One, everything belongs and exists in what we call God or divine reality. This reality informs but remains distinct from the intrinsically limited lens through which we view it. When we confuse our particular lens, aka worldview, perspective, with divine reality, we begin to lose clarity, we lose sight, we start to bump into each other. This is one of the definitions of fundamentalism. I'm right, you're wrong, that settles it. The second basic understanding, as I said in a previous video, there is in each and every human being, and perhaps in all of creation, a natural capacity, a similarity, and a longing for the divine reality. Think of that which stirs inside of you and holds the essential questions of ultimate meaning and love and aliveness and curiosity. And the third basic understanding, love is on the move, dissolving the illusions of our separateness, helping our sight, so that one day we may see that we are all one, you, me, the whole creation, one in divine reality. So take a deep breath. Go ahead. So we'll pause now as I unpack this proposed definition of spirituality. First, it's ongoing. The more time spent on the way, the more one comes to know that the spiritual path stretches to an infinite horizon. Though perhaps in some ways it seems that the path is narrow, it is certainly not a straight path with easy answers that function as guardrails to keep us on track. If I were drawing on a whiteboard, I would draw a straight line with an arrow. And I would say, this is how some people think the spiritual journey is. You start here, you go here, that's it. We know experientially that is not the way it works, right? That it's like this, right? We start here, we go back here, we go up here, it's all around. But it is an ongoing journey. It isn't flat. We are growing, we're learning as we evolve. The way is also transformative, ongoing, transformative. Some change happens over time. Sometimes the changes are enormous, and other times very subtle. But change always occurs on a spiritual journey. There are times when one notices the changes that are happening. Other times, it's only when we look back at the path in retrospect that we're able to see the transformation that has occurred along the way. It is not only the individual pilgrim that is transformed over time. In ways, I believe, beyond our knowing, our relationships, our communities, indeed the whole creation is being transformed. Spirituality is always an embodied experience. It's not just an idea or belief. It's really important. On this journey, we'll encounter a whole range of ways we comprehend what is real. Through all our life experience, in our inner selves, our relationships, the organizations we're connected to, and even in the environment in which we live, we will together experience and embody a living spirituality which will carry us far beyond the limits, the limiting realms of ideas and dogma. The journey is intended to be integral, attending to the mind, the heart, the whole body, and the soul. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty when we note that spirituality is intentional. It is a conscious turning of ourselves to what is real, or what we are naming as a divine presence. I once heard love described as the sum of time and attention. The sum of time and attention. We are free to stay in the trance of the ordinary life, unresponsive or numbed out to the questions of purpose and meaning. In fact, this is what we're hardwired for. So intention, choosing to respond to the invitation, is at the heart of spirituality. What we give time plus attention to, that is what we treasure, is a sure indication of the heart of the spiritual pilgrim. The spiritual journey is like a dance of conscious engagement with our divine dance partner. It is a dance of intimacy and resistance. Intimacy and resistance with movements that nurture and prepare us and sustain us along the way. The dance moves on this journey are sensual, they are erotic, they are expressive, they are embodied. And then this spiritual journey finally leads us onto this dance floor in the very presence of divinity. We take our place, we catch our breath and breathe deeply, and we bow in a posture of humility in the light of the mystery that is before us. Let the dance begin.